Okay, so in this video we are going to go through the fuses, where to find them, how to check them, and how to replace them if required. So it goes without saying that if you find any fuses that look like they're blown, then they need to be replaced, and they must be replaced like for like with a similar amp fuse. They are color coded as well, so it makes it a little bit easier to identify. Also, if you do replace a fuse and it blows straight away, don't replace it with another one. It's because there's an open circuit or the circuit's earthed. It means there's a problem there, and you have to go further into that circuit and find out what the problem is. So on the Mark III Polo, we have two sets of fuses. You have one under the bonnet, which is here, and you have another in the passenger compartment, which we will go over in just a moment. So with the first one, really easy to open up. You've got two pinches and then it just opens up. Sometimes they are hinged, sometimes in this occasion they're not. So under here you've got main fuses. So you've got things like ABS, air conditioning, and then you have fuse wire, which will be for things like starter motor, alternator, or if it's a diesel, then you'll have glow plugs as well. So if you come to the driver's side compartment, find your little pocket, which is underneath the light switch, and then you'll find a little compartment you can tuck your fingers onto, give it a pull, and it'll clip out, and then behind there you will find all your fuses, auxiliary fuses, and they are all numbered on the back of the panel that you've just removed. So you've got things like lights, wipers, heaters, all the auxiliary circuits. Once you've identified which fuse you need using the panel we've just removed, you can slip your hand in here, and there is a little clip on the top, which you can't see because it's blurry. There we go, you can just see it up there. You can just push that down and the cover will just flip down. It's on a hinge. And then what's best to use is use a little long nose pliers or something to be able to get in there and pull one of the fuses out that you need. There we go. And we've pulled the fuse out, and there we go. That is a 25 amp fuse. Once you've pulled the fuse out, you can see that there is a fused wire in between. And normally if there's a problem, that will be broken and there will be a gap where you can see that V, upside down V-shaped wire. So that's when you need to replace said fuse. That wire will be snapped and broken, indicating that that fuse is blown and it's no longer any good. You replace it with the same rating, which on this one is a 25 amp fuse, which is also indicated by its clear color. You'll see the other ones in there will be blue, yellow, red, all identifying their ampage. And so here we have a good example of a bad and a good fuse. One on the left you can see has got the S up through the middle. That is identifying it as a good fuse which hasn't fused yet. This one you can see that there is no joint between. What you can also see in here is we do have two different sizes of fuses. So you have a bigger fuse, and then you have two rows of much smaller fuses. So there we go, we have our two different sizes there. Although they are different sizes, they still do mean the same amps and rating. So yeah, there you go, just something to be aware of, two different sizes in the Mark III Polo. And then once you get your new fuse, it's just a case of locating the slot where it come out of and squeezing your way in there, popping it in, releasing it, just checking to make sure that they're all still located, and just like that you've replaced your fuse. Quite often it can be a case of trial and error with these. You might not get the first one straight away. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to identify which one it is. Sometimes you might take one for, say, the left indicator and it'll be the right indicator, but once you've obviously found the one that's got the broken fuse in it, you know which one to replace. And that is how you locate, find, and replace your fuses in a Mark III Polo.